Hey everybody, it's Shadowstar and Crystal here for another Arrow review. This time it's the second last episode of Season 4, and like I've said before, Season 4 is not as bad as people say, although there was some downside to this episode.
Yeah, it was alright. It was good at some points.
And then other points were annoying.
Yeah. I hated how somehow Oliver managed to bring Thea back to normal from being drugged just by talking.
Also, that happened off screen. He was talking to her, then suddenly they just walk into the house and she's back to normal.
Yeah, that's not how drugs work.
Oh, who cares? It's just always the way it is. Oh well. Yeah, we get to Thea plot because this episode picks up right where it left off.
This episode seemed to have a theme of crazy father figures with Thea and Malcolm, with Felicity's dad, and there was a bit of drama on that front with the them working together.
The Felicity
and we
drama.
found it. Yeah, and of course there was, throughout this episode, the person I feel sorry for is little Nora. Like, forgetting what we know about her future, right now, she's an innocent kid.
Yeah.
Her father's crazy and her mother just died.
Yep.
And the people who she believed to be the enemies just carried her to safety.
Yeah. Boy, it really just sucks to be her, but more about that another day.
I don't think she got to speak in the episode. In fact, I feel like they were trying to avoid saying her name for some reason.
I think her name does get spoken at one point, and we'll get into that when it gets spoken.
Yeah, because, when Malcolm was telling Damien that his wife died, he was like, oh, and my daughter? Like, he said Rouvet's name, they talked about that, then he was like, what about my daughter? Like, yeah. You can't even say her name? What's going on with that?
I know it does get spoken. I guess for some reason they just couldn't be. Maybe the writers forgot what their name was. I think it was spoken before, maybe not, but here it is again. But yeah, God, this episode was just really all over the place. Some good way, some bad. We had needless drama with Felicity's mother. We see where Felicity gets the needless drama from, at least. She gets her Felicity's mother claims all the good aspects come from her. I'd say the opposite. The best parts of Felicity is her being an awesome hacker. That comes from her father. The needless drama and ruining things comes from her mother. So, I guess her mother was wrong.
Yeah.
Oh, well. We do have that. Then we've got the all over the place of Lonnie Major, a villain who's just been annoying this whole...
He's so fucking crazy and annoying.
I get it, he's crazy, but it's not even... there's good, enjoyable crazy, and then there's just Lonnie Major, who's not that exciting.
Yeah.
Oh, well.
Speaking of not that exciting, Tiana's gone crazy as well.
Oh, right, the flashbacks.
Yeah.
I suppose we have to talk about that. She does mention her brother, and she mentions Kovar and stuff from her home. That's about the only thing from these flashbacks to keep in your memory. Yeah,
but then she'll kill any guy, and then Ryder showed up, and I don't know.
I did like the very, very first scene we had, which picked up from the cliffhanger when they find Damien and he's all powerful, and they shoot him, and the arrows just evaporate before even getting close to him.
Yeah.
That was at least a cool scene.
Yeah, I still don't know how we're supposed to beat him. I mean, magic. Crazy.
We've got one episode left. Speaking of returning people, like we said last, we had Danny Brickwell and we had that other guy, and now we've got Cooper Selden from...
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, so we just had all the returning Season 3 villains.
Which is what led us to the cliffhanger of Damien says, well, there's only one person who can help me get Rubicon back. I still don't understand what he's trying to do here. Malcolm said, there's no safe place anymore. So he's like, well, screw it, I'll destroy the world anyway. You do realize you live on the world. Your daughter lives in the world.
We'll see about that next episode. Yeah. There was one thing I kind of gloss over, because remember, the underground place exploded, which means everything above it is destroyed, as we saw. It's like, how many innocent people died? I mean, granted, that's probably small potatoes after Haven Rock was blown up, but we don't know if everybody in the underground survived. We saw Malcolm evacuating some of them. Plus, we don't know, like, obviously, it's whatever was built on top of it, part of the glades was destroyed. So again, who knows how many people just died. There's a lot of needless death that's just glossed over.
Yeah.
Yeah. There's a lot of needless death in this season. It's crazy. But yeah, there was a lot of... Yeah, that's the thing. At first I was thinking this was an exciting episode, but the more I get into it, the more messy it was with Lonnie Machin, Felicity's mother. It's like... I mean, I like Damien as a villain, but...
Usually the second last of a season is pretty exciting.
I mean, no, here's the thing. It's not... That's the thing. Something can be bad, but exciting. This was still an exciting, action-packed episode. There's just a lot when you start to unpack it. Because, like, it was still exciting to watch. And that's the thing. Sometimes a bad episode is worse than a boring episode. I was still enjoying what I was seeing, even if it's messy once you explain it, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
It's like, it's fun to look at, but it's messy to explain.
Yeah.
That's the thing, I was going to go higher, but now I'm only going to give it 8.
Yeah, I was going to say I'll just go 8, because I was expecting better. I know I shouldn't have expected better considering this season, but...
That's true. We do have one episode left, and as you said, you've got no idea what's coming.
I don't know how they're supposed to beat him.
That's the thing. I mean, spoiler alert, he beats him. It's season 4.
Whoa, duh.
I mean, to be fair, we know he doesn't nuke the world because we've already seen the future in Legends.
Yeah.
Yeah. Speaking of Legends, if you're trying to pack this into the timeline, this episode and the last episode are probably when the Legends finale wraps up, because there's one scene when Quentin's left alone in the base for quite a while.
Yeah,
and that's
probably when Sarah...
That's presumably when Sarah comes in. It's a little ambiguous when Sarah comes in, but that's the most logical place.
Yeah.
Either that, or a bit before these past 2 episodes when, like, Oliver's away with that casino, and Diggle's got away with his brother, and Thea's underground, so everyone's away.
Yeah,
That's
maybe.
another...
That could explain why she didn't see anyone.
Yeah, that's about the only places. So that's, again, if you're trying to make...
But then why would Quentin have gone into the lair while they were all gone?
Because remember, he can't live at home because he had to go into hiding because Damien's going to kill him.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Maybe that's why he was there. But anyway, what's the final episode of this season called?
Schism.
I have no idea what that refers to, and I've seen the episode.
Meh.
Like, what? I mean, you don't know what's in the episode, but you got an idea of... Even if you don't know what's happening, you got an idea of what has to happen.
Yeah.
It's like, you know the season's got to wrap up, you know everything's got to wrap up, and... Well, I suppose we'll just unpack all that next time.
Yeah.
Any final thoughts before we head into the finale?
It better not suck, but I don't have high hopes.
I wonder if it's... I don't know. Can't be any worse than Season 3's finale. But we're almost done with Arrow Season 4, thank God. Then we'll take a break from Arrow for quite a bit.
Yeah.
Anyway, enough about stuff. We will see you next time from What Arrow and other things as well. See you next time, guys.